lot of students do undertake work alongside their studies at university, and I think if it's something you're considering, you just need to think really carefully about how you're going to manage the two together, because it can be quite a challenge to combine both working and studying. Ideally, we'd recommend that students work during the holiday period, so summer, Christmas and Easter, so it frees the time up during term time to concentrate on university. Having said that, there's a lot of students that may find they do need to work during term time, and if that's the case, it's really about trying to find that balance between working and studying, and also free time, and being able to organise yourself so it doesn't overwhelm you doing both.
At the weekend I just come home on Saturday and Sunday and just work behind the bar, and sometimes go into the kitchen if they're a bit short-staffed, but predominantly on the bar. I have to have a job really because of the government funding doesn't always cover the different people at different universities, obviously. So if I didn't have a job, I wouldn't be able to fund the things everybody else does as a student. Food costs, living costs, everything really. I really worried when I was first going to university because I thought that I'd be the only one out of my group that maybe would be having a job. But as and when I got there, I realised that a lot of people had the same thoughts as me, that maybe they couldn't function without having the wage coming from somewhere.
It's pretty much a given now that students will work during term time. We think at least 60% do these days, so it's certainly not uncommon. It really depends on your own particular circumstances, how much you should work. For some people on more intensive courses like medicine, it might be more difficult to do part-time work than if you're doing an arts course. Research suggests that if you do more than 16 hours a week part-time work alongside full-time study, you're more likely to get a poorer degree mark.
It's also about all the other opportunities that you have to get involved in, things like extracurricular activities, student societies. So you really want to try and make time for those as well as having that time for yourself. You know, it's really important to have relaxation time, bit of time out sometimes, and make sure that you're not overstretching yourself in those different directions.
We're a UK leading online goalkeeping specialist, so we sort of sell online, and we've also got a small shop which we open on the weekend. I decided to study and work at the same time just because I needed sort of to build on my CV and more experience, so I wanted sort of to balance the sort of theory side of university and put it into the practical side of the real world and say gain more experience.
Employers particularly look for things like general skills such as organisation, your ability to manage your time effectively, your communication skills. So when you are working, make sure that you're reflecting on those skills that you're learning about and then logging them on your CV, so when you come to graduate you can articulate those to an employer.
You should make sure you get paid at the very least the minimum wage. For those aged 21 plus, that's £6.19 per hour from October this year, and for those aged 18 to 20, it's £4.98 per hour. Often, of course, you can get paid more. Job shops in universities and colleges will often have a whole big bunch of employers. They try to work with the best ones they can, and hopefully they will offer more money than the minimum wage.
You might also find that you need to pay national insurance, but you should be able to earn quite a significant amount without being taxed and paying national insurance.
However, particularly if you're working full-time during the summer, it can often be the way that the tax is calculated. They think that you are working full-time the whole year and take tax from you. If that happens, and if you don't earn over £8,105 in the year, then you can claim the tax back.